Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the world of offshore content creation. We are looking at how Filipino virtual assistants are powering LinkedIn's thought leadership machine using generative AI tools. Discover the incredible, sometimes controversial, industry where workers are generating executive content for massive global brands, and find out what this means for the future of remote work and digital labor. And finally, we tackle the big question of digital credibility. We explore the entire landscape of buying verified LinkedIn accounts safely in 2026. Learn the massive benefits these aged profiles offer for business growth, but also uncover the serious risks of scams and security threats. Don't miss this deep dive. Stay tuned right now for all the details. Filipino virtual assistants are at the center of a burgeoning, low-paid, and AI-assisted offshore content industry catering to executives on LinkedIn. Channel YouTube has investigated this unique sector, speaking with 6 Filipino virtual assistants and 2 agencies detailing the operations. These workers leverage generative artificial intelligence tools to produce content and engagement on behalf of executives, often in exchange for low hourly wages advertised between $4 and $7. Listings on platforms like JobStreet and Indeed frequently advertise tasks such as bookkeeping and social media marketing. The industry's growth is significant. A 2025 report by Future Markets Insight projects the market for AI-assisted virtual assistants to expand by 182% over the next decade, reaching a valuation of $19.5 billion. Mark Graham, a professor at the Oxford Internet Institute, notes that Filipino virtual assistants are central to this industry, evolving from call center work into a broader remote workforce, mirroring the trend of employees shifting to remote setups. Virtual assistants like Renee, a 27-year-old from Rizal Province, generate 30 to 40 daily comments on LinkedIn for a London-based investor using ChatGPT based on detailed prompts. Nina, a virtual assistant in Manila, spent 2 years generating content for an electric vehicle company, requiring her to research unfamiliar topics to mimic subject authority. Recruitment firms in the Philippines, such as VA Masters, report placing over 1,000 workers for U.S., Canadian, Australian, and European clients, highlighting that offshore labor can reduce client labor costs by up to 80%. Virtual assistants rely heavily on AI tools, with workers like Robin using ChatGPT for outlining blog posts and refining language before posting to LinkedIn. Collaboration is key, with assistants coordinating through WhatsApp groups to ensure mutual engagement on clients' posts. However, the practice faces scrutiny. LinkedIn has stated it is cracking down on low-quality, automated or generic content, focusing its algorithm on surfacing authentic professional conversations and rolling out AI systems to filter out engagement bait. Critics argue that this system fosters an illusion of engagement. Juan Gabriel Felix of Sigla Research Center compared the homogenized, AI-generated content to slop piling up online, suggesting influencers profit from a self-sustaining industry of humans and bots. The sustainability of the role is also questioned. Ivan Gonzalez, a recruiter in the Philippines, predicts that AI will eventually render the virtual assistant work a dead-end job. with companies actively exploring tools to minimize reliance on these workers. Some virtual assistants have also expressed burnout, citing the mind-numbing workload and the repetitive nature of AI-generated interactions. FandomWire has released the solutions for its daily LinkedIn games for May 18, 2026, providing puzzle walkthroughs for users who have attempted the challenges. The content includes solutions for the Zip, Mini Sudoku, Tango, Queens, LinkedIn Cross-Climb, and Pinpoint games. For the Zip puzzle, the solution involves a specific sequence of directional movements across numbered points. The Mini Sudoku featured the theme Have Fun, with 16 pre-filled answers. The Tango puzzle was noted as easy due to 10 pre-filled answers, many of which were doubles. The Queens puzzle was a practice exercise on a 7x7 grid. The LinkedIn Cross-Climb required arranging the first 5 words, race, rack, rock, dock, deck, before solving for the final 2 words, neck and lace, based on a hint related to throat jewelry. The Pinpoint game offered culinary hints, with the final answer being Indian foods, after navigating hints such as butter chicken, vindaloo, palak paneer, naan, and biryani. FandomWire encourages users to try the web games at FW Gaming and invites community engagement in the comments section. A recent LinkedIn Live session featuring Guy Hiscott of FMC and Nigel Jones of Practice Plan provided an in-depth analysis of the implications of ongoing NHS dental contract reform for practice owners. The discussion, recorded on April 16, 2026, addressed the immediate day-to-day impact of these changes amidst existing pressures, including workforce shortages, high patient demand, and a lack of additional funding. Nigel Jones highlighted a mixed sentiment within the dental profession. Many practice owners expressed uncertainty regarding the practical implementation of the reforms and frustration over insufficient clear information and preparation. Concerns also centered on cash flow, potential clawbacks, and the strain on already stretched teams. Conversely, some participants noted cautious optimism regarding potential opportunities. The conversation focused heavily on practical management strategies, including mitigating financial risk, optimizing systems and processes, and the difficulty of planning with confidence amid ongoing ambiguity. The speakers also explored the introduction of complex care pathways aimed at supporting patients with higher needs, emphasizing that clear guidance and realistic expectations are crucial for these initiatives to be effective. On a broader strategic level, the panel questioned whether the reforms constitute a fundamental reset of the NHS dental contract or merely a superficial adjustment. It was noted that contract holders are likely to await definitive clarity next year. The overarching advice for practice owners was to pause, conduct a thorough review, assess risks, identify potential opportunities, and carefully consider the long-term practice model best suited for their business. The session concluded with an invitation for those considering leaving NHS dentistry to seek private alternatives. Practice Plan was presented as a supportive provider, offering guidance and a tailored pace for the transition. Contact details were provided for consultation, underscoring the availability of confidential discussions regarding the conversion to private dentistry. In the evolving digital landscape of 2026, verified LinkedIn accounts are emerging as a highly valuable asset for businesses and individuals seeking enhanced credibility and trustworthiness. These established accounts offer significant advantages, including access to wider networks built over time, potentially increased trust with new clients, and fewer restrictions compared to newly created profiles. Investing in these accounts is seen as a strategic move for boosting digital presence and outreach efforts. However, navigating the market to purchase such accounts requires caution. Unreliable sources present substantial risks, including the threat of scams, the possibility of receiving accounts with compromised security, and the risk of purchasing accounts flagged by platforms like Google, which could lead to loss of access and potential legal complications. Furthermore, the lack of customer support from dubious sellers adds another layer of hazard. To mitigate these dangers, experts stress the necessity of choosing a reliable platform. Prospective buyers are advised to thoroughly research sellers, checking user reviews and ratings to assess credibility. Essential security measures, such as SSL encryption and secure payment options, must be present on any reputable site. Platforms offering customer support and guarantees on their accounts provide an added layer of assurance. When acquired through trusted channels, the benefits are substantial. Verified LinkedIn accounts provide immediate credibility, established authority in online spaces, and full control over the purchased profiles, eliminating concerns about hacks or restrictions. Real-life success stories highlight this potential, with entrepreneurs using these accounts to expand marketing reach, online sellers boosting engagement and sales, and freelancers securing high-profile contracts by leveraging established credibility. In conclusion, acquiring verified LinkedIn accounts from reputable sources can be a game changer for business growth. By tapping into existing networks and leveraging the authority these accounts possess, businesses can streamline marketing, enhance communication, and propel their ventures toward success in the digital economy of 2026 and beyond.